Oh, so you can choose when to record it?
Yeah,
you can choose when to record it or make sure it's set up in a good spot.
Yeah, you can set it all like that. So that's like a nice advantage of that, right?
So like if you're like freshly mounting it to your phone or
you check
to your helmet,
yeah,
you can make sure you got the right angle.
Only thing it sucks is it does kill battery life, so.
Yeah, but it kills your phone battery a lot
it kills
too.
your phone too. Well, I mean, because you have your Wi-Fi turned on, my batteries get fucked by job.
One of all these jets in the float and shit. Probably need the, what is it, the 6 mil socket?
6 or 7, you have tiny.
Phillips?
Yeah, we should
Flat,
take,
I mean.
Definitely should take the float out. These things get ruined in cars.
That reminds me of the night I bought, or I first started riding Stewart's motorcycle years ago.
Oh, you wrecked my baby?
one of your babies.
Yeah, I was. He was buying it. He was buying it for me on.
I got maybe
like
what,
monthly payments.
3 to 6 months. It was a.
You want it that long? I thought it was like right after you got it.
No. I was riding that for months.
Oh, were you? I can't remember.
Oh, Melissa. It was a Yamaha V-Star 650.
No.
Probably a good thing you wrecked it. I got ran off the road.
It wasn't a supermoto?
No, if it was a supermoto, I probably would still be alive. Still have the bike.
Still be alive for sure. You'd be living life, that's for sure, Kyle. You doing them wheels, them dank wheels?
5-hitter or fill up?
For what?
To carb.
Flathead.
You need to be
I need to be a super tiny one.
I got one.
Who crazy? Me crazy? Me crazy? No. Not me.
Depends on the being considered crazy. Doing wheelies and stand-ups with no brakes. Sit-downs with no brakes as fast as he's going is pretty sketchy.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm trying not to get up the brake.
I'll just jelly.
I am definitely not jealous of that. I have a handbrake. I like to be safe.
It's funny, I'm probably going to set my handbrake up, and that's going to be my rear brake.
Just a handbrake?
For now.
I mean, it works.
I have my rebuilds, though, too, so.
Where's it at? In the back of the car?
Bucket? Yeah, back passenger side.
Back seat or in the all
Back seat on the floorboard.
How are you going to set up the rear brake? Little junction?
On what?
On your bike.
No. I've got is it
Setup?
not unlocked? I've got oh, my fucking keys are in my pocket. That's why.
You have a setup?
Yeah, I've got I'm gonna take his extra the extra one that he got in his kit. That's gonna be my handbrake there. I've got a line and I've got a caliper and everything. And I've got a front brake rebuild so that I take my front brake caliper, rebuild it, new pads. So I'll have that, and then I've got a rebuild for the master, for the rear brake and the master cylinder. So I should have rear brakes next time I ride. We'll see. We keep saying, right? Internals look pretty good.
Do they?
Yeah, the internals look clean.
It's just the outside that's... I hope none of the rain and shit got down into the motor.
On 81,
Is that big?
it's tiny. I run a 170. The stock
We're
size.
also on a 450.
The stock size of my 450 is 145. I have a 170.
Probably do carb work to make it faster, but apparently this thing is all... The piston is bored out and I don't know, some other shit. Get this out of the way so nobody knocks that over, because...
I just put the lid back on.
Oh,
Stock the lid back. Alright, can I still beer?
I don't have beer.
Sweet. Kyle.
You brought beer or what?
Yeah, he brought a case of beer. Should have asked for it.
I was going to call you too. I got a little bit of cash. I was going to go pick them up, but I don't have money. Maybe if you have to go back to your house to grab something, you probably will.
Grab some other guy. I got a case at home.
They bought this cheap shit. I mean, Lone Star's cheap. How much was this for an 18-pack of bottles?
Like
16 bucks. Oh, it's about 16, 17.
Yeah, I think a Lone Star is like $1 cheaper. I'll take one.
3 out here.
Hey, look at you, Ray. A little fancy.
Shirt?
Anything?
You wanted one, Ray?
Bottle.
So you wanted one?
Well,
Is he touching?
I'll give you one inside. If you have to go in to grab another one, just watch out for the dog.
Alright, he'll bite your face off.
No, he won't.
What's that, you pit bull?
He's a
Vicious.
sweet guy.
Vicious.
He won't
Yes,
do
I swear.
nothing.
Vicious.
He'll jump up on you.
Bro, dude, he's one of
Excited.
those like cute. He's one of those cute pit bulls that like jumps all over you.
It's funny how many tools we didn't need any tools at all to take
It
it
was
apart.
a fucking 14, a 10.
That's the greatest part about these fucking scooters, man, is there's like nothing to them.
Same shit with like Honda cars. Like there's no those bearings are. The bearing on the bottom should be
Yeah,
there.
the Honda Ruckus is the same thing as your shitty Honda. Just a few Allen keys
Yeah.
and a
It
tip.
ain't no Husky. It ain't no Husky 510 8 mil. 8 mil.
My Husker Barn, literally everything was put together with 8 mils. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And then like there was like a few bolts that somebody changed to like a 10, and we couldn't fucking like get
And
it.
like we were like,
So
we
you're
were in my bolt kit to give him 8s again. I was like,
Boom.
put 8s.
What? Hold on, I would fucking rip everything apart. Probably the speed sensor for this gauge. It's going down to the front wheel.
Alright, there you go.
Now it's just a matter of getting the forks off.
Yeah.
That's pretty much good to go. Rock climb koozie. Yay.
There was one I saw at like one of them like
I literally like walking to the gym and I was like, damn, you guys got koozies? I'm coming back for that.
Hey, you need to catch up.
Huh?
I said you need to catch up.
What's your wheelie game?
Nah, fuck no. You haven't even seen it, bro.
What?
he like hops around his bike and shit now.
Oh, are you?
Hell
I
yeah.
said your wheelie game.
Moving from his 12 bar to
You
his
gotta fucking
C,
get a GoPro on
hand
your
off,
shit.
his hand off on a stand up, left hand off on a stand up, fucking sticking his legs out like
I mean,
ballerina and
I'm
shit.
talking to one of my other buddies that works on the works. They used to work at the shop, and I'm seeing if he's gonna take on my project because I don't know what the fuck it is.
I want
Godly idea
to. I
on
saw
my bike
somebody make
start.
a 12. Tell me if you think it's smart, because I know somebody who can make it. But obviously, like for example, the DRZ, this neck right here is
Yeah. Steel
oil.
Okay, yeah. So you guys have oil
Right.
in your frame, right?
So I saw somebody that was stunting, and they came off the motor mounts off, and it had a U and then a bar coming off, which is
You
very
do like a
simple to
crash gauge?
fabricate.
Yeah.
But my thing is like if the bar is hard enough and that motherfucker like catches onto something, obviously on the
Yeah,
concrete,
Bends the frame or knocks the
will
hole in it.
Yeah.
Like rips the motor mount bolts out.
Or even like if you go
But
up,
I mean, motor mounts are load bearing. If you have something that rips the motor mount, you're gonna have a worse problem. Do you have something that does?
If you're
like,
falling
major
on the
frame?
highway at like 60 miles an hour,
well,
what do you expect?
look, even in general, for example, if you go up, bop, 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 and it just drops sideways, you don't think it's gonna fucking.
I mean, when you start doing engine guards like that, that's the point. Like,
even on my Grom, when I looped my Grom and it smashed on its side, the axle bolt hit so hard that it cracked the swing arm.
generally, when you have like, if you're worried that much about it, and you're gonna like weld on like engine mounts
I would
stuff,
just
like
let it
that's
take
the
the
load
hit.
bearing. I'd take the hit. I'd take the stock frame hit.
I would let it destroy
Guys-
the bars
guys,
and everything else.
There's not a single stunner on a bike, on a supermoto that has a cage, like sport bike guys do. So I would.
This guy's in.
Hey, do you think you'd be able to like fucking build me the same fucking shit that he has, man? Because I need to get a.
As of right now, I've only got a 5.8. Or what are you talking about?
the handbrake to
Handbrake
tap
stuff?
into his sight glass, like how the one you gave me. The
I
jump
have
shot.
I have another master cylinder car. It's Honda. Where's my junction? Are you my junction about?
Yeah, the one that you gave me.
Oh, that's right. Here's a setup, right?
Yeah.
I wonder
Wait,
if you
what?
just stack banjo bolts with a long banjo. Just have a double
A
banjo.
double banjo? I tried that on my
Me too,
Grom and
man.
it would not bleed at all. Like whatever I did, it would not bleed. Both of them would just be super spongy. They would kind of work, but you'd have to like squeeze it all the way
I would
down.
try that first, doing like a double banjo. So you have this setup, and you stack another. You put like you get a
Yeah.
long line, set the other line up.
So like the
and
sport
run
bikes
along-
have double
yeah.
banjos on their rear.
Yeah. Theoretically,
Yeah,
it should
so
work.
whenever you squeeze
But we know,
this,
too
it's-
that we can bleed it with the vacuum bleeder. 'cause
We could try that. I didn't have a vacuum bleeder
Yeah,
when I
time
did my
to-
Grom.
yeah, that's probably like the vacuum bleeder. It's probably
It's gonna suck everything out.
It's probably the way to go.
You could try it. I know I got that wrecked bike in the back, which you also need to get your clutches out of. So we can do kart things, because my car's just been sitting inside there in the van.
Just kidding. No love.
No love at all.
Blue shut down too.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one.
Yeah, that's going too. But we'll see what it's here for. Until we can fucking figure out be some wiring. I know I have heat shrink somewhere.
I've got a book.
This dude has.
I have
wiring,
everything.
but what do we need wiring for?
I have everything. It's just somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think we need wiring for anything.
Not one. I mean, in case we need to redo something. Like this is the only thing that I actually cut. But this is literally simple green to green, orange to orange.
That's just the taillight setup, right?
Yeah, the blinker setup.
That's easy.
Except for there was 2 whites. So
I would say
Sharpie.
let's get it all swapped over and not necessarily worry so much about the wiring today. If at anything, I'll do it dirty. I'll do some dirty. Well, I'll bring my stripper. So let's get my strippers. Let's grab a bunch of electrical shit. Why not? Fuck it. Let's get it all swapped over and worry about like taillights and shit later. I wouldn't worry too much because the electrical, man, you're gonna do that in the middle of the night. I don't like to do much.
Like it was running, it just didn't have a battery in it, so it wouldn't run.
Yeah.
So, in theory, we should be able to just plug everything back in,
Yeah, put a battery in it.
put the battery, and it should crank.
It's already got a battery.
Yeah, for mine. But this one was running, well, this motor,
We'll have to the carbs and stuff too, right? This is
Yeah.
the carb.
that's another
yeah,
issue
I
of why
mean,
it wasn't running.
Yeah, this one will be easy to fucking.
This one just plugs right, everything can
Yeah.
plug back in. I'm trying to do ruckus things, man.
Trying to get
That's
that
a
screw
quick
mod.
swap. I mean, if the wiring was good on that one, you know what I mean?
It is good for
It's
the most
good.
part.
It'd be an easy swap.
That's good. I just see some lately.
This bullshit right here.
That one right
This
there.
is what's stopping us right here.
Yeah. So let's go get a mallet, some electrical shit. I really don't want to do too much electrical stuff.
Maybe need a little bit of heat shrink. I have
I
wire.
have a bunch.
I have wire cutters. I don't have those fancy.
My fancy strippers.
Yeah,
Just
I
make
don't
my
have
life easy.
I don't have those, but I got like regular wire strippers.
All right, get this piece of shit out of my way.
Wait, give me that chair. You brought your fancy one.
You have them dirty fucking chairs, dude.
What?
My dirty chair. My dirty garage chair.
I choose the impact.
Sure, impact. I'll take
But do you have the adapter?
No, I don't need the adapter. Just give me 3. Or 3 it does.
I said I have the impact, I just don't have the adapter.
Yeah, I'll see ways to go find it. This my garage is fairly organized, fairly clean. Fairly.
You had to hold it at an angle. This one's probably going to be the worst one up here.
Yeah, my mom.
Hello?
Who's going? Who's staying?
No, I'm still
I'll
here.
just stay here, I guess.
I'm not gonna help.
Kyle, you gonna run with me?
Yeah.
Mallet.
No, I'm
Electrical.
good, but I'm at the head out. We literally fucking
Allen's.
took one scooter apart and then fucking did a motor swap and then put another
So
scooter.
all that has to go over is this front end to there. Like there should only be one cap here, because what's on this one?
Shouldn't there be a cap at the top?
Nope.
Should be a cap. Should be a cap at the top.
No, this is just how it was. This
One of
is a
these-
cap right
one of
here.
these don't come up? Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Perfect.
But there's 2 caps right here on the bottom. This gold one.
Lift it up, lift the frame up real quick. Does this cap go inside of that?
Nah, that one shouldn't
Oh,
be there.
this is the stock. This is the one there.
That was already there.
Yeah, we gotta knock that one out. Or take this one off. This one's cool. Want this bronze one looking in there?
How do I get that out?
Whack that thing out.
Okay. That.
Who's better? Want T-Rex?
You brought him?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Because he wanted to play.
I figured.
I have some, but.
And then can I pick some up?
How tight do you think it has to be? Super tight?
I mean, I would have it fairly tight because it's gonna snug this up. I wouldn't try and crank on it though.
That is not good. It's not good.
That's a shit. I wouldn't tighten too much. Yeah, vault there.
There?
Vault there for now.
There? I just want it tight. I don't want to fucking. It's not like I'm
We'll
wheeling
come
it.
back. Yeah, we'll come back and check the torque specs. But this is what's really gonna hold it on. If you go too tight on these, then you fucking cross-thread it, you'll fucking really hate life. Fairly tight.
Now what? bars?
Bars on.
So my other concern is with this ignition, how the old ignition was on there, you would just turn the key and then push the button. It's still gonna be the same, right?
Should be.
Nah, because this is how it is anyway. Because on the other bars, you have to hold the brake and then push the.
We can
You have
get
to
rid
push
of
the
that.
button.
We can get rid of those functions.
But I mean, the button can be down here. It doesn't matter. And that safety switch.
You want the safety switch?
No.
Just bypass it. Jump the two grounds to
We know what wire that is.
Just gotta figure out what it is. For now, let's worry about getting running shit and we'll come back.
Oh, that's not stock. What stock is a little fucking. It's right there hanging off the thing. It's a little
I thought it was a round cluster, so this is probably the spare wires to this. Since they look like factory. That's a factory cut. This is all factory cut. So I guess you don't need this. This plugs in something. So we'll figure that out later.
We'll figure it out when shit don't work.
Yeah.
I could care less how fast I'm going.
It's your safety switches.
Yeah, that was just off, broken already.
Are these your safety switches?
This goes to the there.
So this is your safety switch essentially. Is this the brake? This is what goes in the brake module.
This one. This one right there, probably for the brake lights.
But this one's essentially your brake.
This one was my left hand brake, I guess, and it's not there. But that's probably just probably just for the rear brake.
If you ground these out, this will probably take out your safety switch. This is your safety switch, I believe.
It's probably something else because.
Sure. This is what is in the X. This is the clutch valve in the X, and I just jumped. We literally put them together.
I know it, but it ran without any type of switch.
We'll get it. I'll do safety switch when we get it like up and running and everything.
It ran without the switch, you know.
Yeah.
All you would do is turn the key, and that's been like that, and you just push the button, and it.
Oh, this has a safety switch bypass then?
Should already have it, yes. Okay. The ignition we don't need if we're gonna use this one. You want to see the plug for the ignition for this one? Because it's on that harness. You might have to cut it off.
We'll get there, but for now, let's leave this off to the side.
All this went to the rear. So all this was tail light. This is starter. This is something I figured out when it goes back there. And these are connected to that. Everything was screwed to this ground right here, right? Or all those were connected to a ground?
Yep. That's why I zip sided together.
Oh, so all these are on the ground, and this is the only one that goes to a battery?
I think that goes to the battery.
This is the only one that goes to the battery for ground.
So that's. I'll wire it up in just a second. Hey, just wait till we get to my fucking metro.
You're gonna have to build a harness like you did.
I'm gonna build a harness for that thing.
It shouldn't be hard because if you look at it, this is the only thing that goes to the motor.
Yeah.
So there's
I'm gonna do that. Cut out the lighting harness. I'm gonna essentially do what I'm gonna do in mine.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna essentially do what I do and like take everything up to like the battery and just like leave the stock harness and like have the stator run to the battery, and I'm gonna build my hand control switches the way I want them.
Where is that switch? Switch.
Oh, it's on the harness.
Oh.
It's all on here. I literally undid the whole thing and fucking kept everything here.
I hate this, dude. This is like the third time I just did this shit.
Second.
Just pulling it off, putting it on, and then pulling it off again. I guess I'm gonna use the white dash, so I need to move this dash. No, I'm just saying I gotta move the buttons that were in that dash to this one.
Jungle of wires. Fuck.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you pretty much swapped over already. I never really soldered anything.
We can just plug it all in and it maybe turn on, or just even if the dash lights up.
Should be, I mean, kind of there. The switch hooked up.
We just need to find the powers.
Find a power wire.
I think it's that one. This one.
It's probably this one.
There can't be only one power to the whole thing, right?
Can be,
It kind of goes to this switch and then into the harness. And this yellow one had to go to the fucking one that's in the dash. So could this one be the starter? Put power to it and then it cranks the starter solenoid.
Dude, this right here.
It worked.
How's that?
Well, it's not going to do nothing because this is not connected to anything. Oh, wait. This one? Try this one. What does that mean?
What are we trying to power?
Just save the fucking gauge will turn on. This is a little what you call it? It's got to go into here somewhere. I bet. That's our problem. Wait, that's our problem. Look. This is this thing that's supposed to turn that fucking dash on right now. That I just turned the key.
Oh,
This is the power. This has to go to there, and this has to go to here. So we have power there, and then this got to go to somewhere on this fucking thing.
This is ground.
That's ground.
This is ground.
So this has to go to power, and then the ground connects to here, and then we'll have a full circuit. Correct? Correct or not correct?
This is gonna be constant power
To the switch.
to the switch, and then this is grounded out. Well,
Which I don't want
but
because I
when I
wanted to
put
use
power
the
to this
switch.
thing, check the fuse.
So that means, what does that mean?
Because that's probably
This?
this right.
That's a
Even though
ground.
it's red.
Where does it run to? It runs to the ground right here, yeah. That makes sense.
So I'm gonna put this.
To something on here. Probably with all the electrical tape on it.
Yeah, I remember them being across from each other.
There's a switch right here.
Bet you
That will power.
this takes power, so let's plug this into here, where you just
This
had it, so that's off.
Yeah, that's
So
all.
we turn this on to key on. Is
We got lights.
okay. So for now, let's wire this up. How it is.
Everything else?
Yeah, and then we'll come back. You know, end of the day. Maybe tomorrow night. Come back and figure out how to plug it into this.
What?
You have a harness for this, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. When you find the harness, what we'll do is we'll rewire it to make it work with. For now, I'll have this and the other one, but
It's just a 2-plug wire. Is that a problem?
I'll figure it out and make it work.
So it's like in the middle is off and left is on and then right is also on.
So I don't like those switches.
Another reason why I would like just my key just boom. But it's gonna be the same thing, right? Left or
It should be one side's on, and then when you hit it, one side comes on. One's on, one's off. There's
All
only
the
two
way up,
positions,
right?
or is there 3 positions on that?
well there's off, 1, 2.
Okay.
There's 2 positions.
I don't know. Well, when we plug the harness into it, I'll figure it out. I'll put power to it. We'll figure it out. Because essentially, I gotta come back and wire this.
I mean if anything I could have 2 keys and then just keep this one for a bar lock.
Yeah, that's annoying though.
Yeah.
Do you want 2 keys? Is that what you want to fuck with?
Not really.
Beer?
Beer.
Beer? You need another one.
I'll take another one. Right?
No.
Come on, Kyle.
I've been babying this
Come
one.
on, I know you
He
have.
did that on purpose. Where do you think these would be plugged in? There's a blue and white.
1, 2.
Also blue and white, but it's like a different white. And then there's a black and red. But
I
it's
just do blue
different.
and white, black and red, black and red. You know, these garage videos are gonna be interesting to edit.
Yeah, first time I'm in one.
Looking like a schoolgirl the whole time.
Are you doing wheelies?
Trying to.
Yeah, son.
You just gotta remember when you're back, like when you're in a wheelie and you feel like you're gonna fall back,
you
yank
give
the
me-
wheels backwards like that.
So when I was like had a wheelchair and I was fucking around with
You
it, I was,
kind of
like,
just gotta
terrified.
like.
I was terrified of wheelies.
Shit.
It was until recently, like I'm not so scared of wheelies.
This thing, when it was running, it was having like some type of carb issue. Hopefully not. Because it would kind of like hold the gas and it would just like. You gotta not be scared. You kind of gotta just push forward and like.
Well, I'm on uneven back here.
It's gonna be my bedtime.
Whatever that was ugly as shit.
What's that?
It's a thing. You don't know what it is?
Sparkwood?
The thing that you were just
Oh,
watching,
it
that
is.
car.
It was a Camaro, a
Didn't look
convertible Camaro, with a Dodge Charger front end
Oh, one of those fucking things.
and a Dodge Challenger tail end. What the hell?
One of those videos.
be life.
Not liking that.
I don't think it's enough current. But
No, listen to it. I think the battery might be a little dead. I think the battery's not going to get a good draw out of this.
I think that was another issue we had, that we had to jump start it a couple times.
Yeah, because I dropped down to 4 volts and then I died out. So I don't think this battery's not charged up or it needs a little bit more.
I mean, it ran good in the other Ruckus.
Did it?
Yep.
I'm not getting the voltage to it. 2.7. 2.2. Just send it top to the center right now. I won't turn over. Pretty sure this might need to be charged up. Maybe jumped.
Well, I guess we're at a stopping point.
Yeah. Over there. We got at least enough of this.
The motor cranks. And I can put everything else front end back together on this thing so I can roll it into the garage. One, but
You alright?
yeah, that thing attacked me.